We're going to talk about the Google Photos app. I want to show you some AI tools that I discovered in it and things that are possible. What you're looking at now is my S23 screen. Same thing I see on the screen. This is the last picture I took. It was Monday. I'm teaching some volunteer classes at Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Cal State Long Beach. If I swipe up, I'm on the Photos tab on the bottom. We'll take a look at collections, we'll take a look at create, and we'll take a look at ask. And I've got some Android navigation on my Samsung, and there's some buttons up here at the top. Here's my Google account. I'm logged in as Bob. There's three dots, of course, to get access, and then there's plus sign that we'll take a look at. So this is Photos, and Photos is just organized chronologically, and it shows you different photos and different things you've got listed here. So it's a great way to look at photos. You can look at collections and create collections. Google Photos creates collections that you can add to favorites by clicking on a heart. You can trash photos, you can archive photos. It'll separate screenshots, it'll separate people. It'll show you photos that are on this device. You can separate out documents, albums, places, moments. So it takes a look at organizing photos with some pre-existing collections, but you can create your own albums as well anytime you want to. You can create tools. This create button is what offers some interesting options. You can go from a photo to a video. You can do something called a remix. You can create a collage. You can create a highlight video. You can create and turn your photo into a cinematic photo, and you can turn it into an animation. So before we get into those, I just want to show you some basic editing tools when you look at editing a photo. If I tap on a photo, I can see do more with this photo here at the top. That popped up. So it gave me the ability to look at different things and do more with the photo. I can look at it. I can use Google Lens to look at the photo. I can order a print of it. I can use it as a background. I can add it to a slideshow. I can cast it to a Google device, like a TV. I can download it. I can print it. So you have that three dots, which always means more. If I want to mark it a favorite, I just tap the star symbol and it's added to my favorites right away. And I can look at the bottom. There's a share button. And if you tap share, it gives you the ability to send the original or even an enhanced one if you want to, and it will automatically enhance it. If I look to add to, I can add it to an album, I can put it in an archive, or I can create a locked folder that requires me to unlock with Face ID or a code so that I can keep some photos private, for example. Maybe you want to do that with some identification, your driver's license or passport or other things. And obviously I can trash the photo as well if I want to trash it. And it'll keep it for 30 days and recently deleted. The edit function is what's really useful here in the photo. The edit function gives us the ability to bring up some suggestions that AI has populated for us already. Unblur, dynamic, portrait, these are different color effects that are applied automatically with suggestions. So I tap on blur, it enhances the photo a little bit, it takes some blur out of it. Nothing really too dramatic, but I can tap on dynamic. You can see how colors pop in and out with dynamic. If you look at the color of my shirt there, it becomes a much more richer color. If I tap on portrait, it will highlight me and blur the background, which is kind of neat. So if you wanted to use a depth of field effect when you're working with a photo and you want to highlight a person and blur the background, you've got that effect built in. You can just tap on enhance and it'll apply like an automatic AI. I can tap color pop and it brings out some colors, vivid, luminous, radiant, amber, airy, afterglow, and I can even make it a black and white if I want to. So those are some AI suggestions that are handy, quick tools that you can use. I'm going to go back and turn it out of a black and white. To the right of suggestions, you have your standard settings here. We've got a crop tool, so we can crop the image. It's pretty well cropped from the original photo, but if you wanted to slide down on these handles and at the corners, you could do that. You have the ability to change the perspective. This tool right here gives you the ability to alter the perspective on the image a little bit. Sometimes when you take a picture of a building from a lower angle, you want to alter the perspective. I can reset it anytime. There are tools here. This is where you get a lot of the tools that you might want in a photo. So you can change to portrait light, which is going to highlight me a little bit more. I can balance it. I can change the settings to take on blur. You can see here is Magic Eraser, and I've got a great one here for that. And I can make adjustments, very fine-tuned adjustments. Brightness, contrast, tone, a white point, highlights, shadows, which are great photo editing tools that you normally would not find unless you were looking at typically a higher end photo editing function. They're all here in Google Photos. I've got filters for applying some quick filters that will enhance my photo if I want to. I can mark it up with a pen and a highlighter or annotate with text. A friend of mine was taking a picture of something he needed work done at his house, and the contractor wanted to know the dimensions between 2 points, and he used a marker on a photo to indicate what the 2 points were that he wanted. And then there are some more tools that you could go to other applications if you want to and have them installed. You can always save a copy if you have altered the original. If we tap on here, we can discard any changes. We have to discard all of our changes to use Magic Eraser. I took a photo in Barranquilla, and it has a nice sign lit up. It's got a sunset in back. There are some people standing in front of it. There are some kids that are taking a photo as well. And I wanted to see what I could do to edit those. If I tap edit, I should be able to edit this with my tool, Google Photos. And sometimes it'll give you some options. So I want to find Magic Eraser. So Magic Eraser gives me the ability to change this. It's going to analyze the photo. It's finding suggestions, and I can use it. You can see how it's identified the people in the photo here already as things that I am likely to want to erase. It did that all. So if I can take suggestions found, erase all, and I can tap that, and it'll erase them all automatically. So it actually has the ability to identify and outline shapes in your photos and do a magic eraser function without you having to highlight and scroll over things if you want to. So Google Photos has a really powerful tool like that. It's something you used to only be able to get in Adobe Photoshop. So if I go back to that and I can choose if I want to erase some, I don't know what camouflage does. So I have to circle or brush to camouflage. I'm not sure what that will do. So it doesn't really do the effect I want it to do. I prefer Magic Eraser. So camouflage is a little bit easier to do. And I can tap to erase things if I want to tap things. Oh, so camouflage let me change what I didn't want to erase. By tapping camouflage and highlighting something, it won't remove it. So I can tap erase all that I suggested, and it starts to take pick fill out of this. Kind of an interesting approach to take with your picture. So if I go back to reset and I'm done, the original photo will be there. From home screen, I've got a plus button here. If I tap the plus button, it gives me another set of options. Here's the options. I've got the ability to create an album, create a collage, create a highlight video, which is new, create a cinematic photo, create an animation, remix, or go photo to video. So I'm going to try going photo to video. It says try it now, and it says simply take a photo. Well, I need a photo here. Here's somebody that's walking a dog. So it's going to say back it up to generate a photo. Let's see what it does if it takes this. And let's see if I'm feeling lucky. Why not? I get two options here, subtle movement or I'm feeling lucky. Let's tap I'm feeling lucky, and it's going to generate. It's going to take about a minute. So I'm going to have a sip of coffee while it does this. And these are just built-in tools that are free in Google Photos. So look at that dog hopping there. Can you see that? Isn't that great? I can save this if I want to. It's a short 4-second video. That's all it is. And the people are walking. So it creates that. Got a little bit of a gap here. This person from behind kind of, I think it just resets and she goes back to emotion. But it's got people walking, the dog jumping up excited in front of us. So that's all video from a still photo. If I take something more like a coffee cup here, and I want to do something like subtle movement, it's going to just give me that coffee cup and rotate. So videos are really popular, particularly on social media. So people want to make videos on social media, but videos are difficult for many people to create because they take a lot of editing. So if you can take an existing still photo and turn it into a 3 to 4 second video, that increases your ability to create video and tell stories sometimes too. Now, the videos may or may not be everything you want. So this has just a little subtle movement. The light's moving, the coffee's not moving too much. I don't really care too much about that one. So I can regenerate it or just go back to something a little bit different that I might want to. Now, one of the things that I did was a friend of mine sent me this photo of a bear. And they said, can you show that bear with a man walking it down the street like this? And I was able to take that photo, and in Google Photos, I was able to convert it into something like this. And then I was able to make it into a video, but I could actually make it into walking. So if I take this photo, I want to tap I'm feeling lucky. Let's see what happens to this photo. It's possible to really just play around with photography in a way that you may never have imagined before by doing different types of things. Now, obviously, some of these options are going to be things that you may or may not be comfortable doing, but give them a try. And we're going to take a look at collages and some of the other effects that'll create a photo, take a photo and make it into a cartoon or make it into a black and white image. Some of these things are obviously done with AI. So there's our guy walking the bear and the bear standing up and hugging him. You might get different results all the time when you try something. There are some other tools that you could use as well. A collage will create a collage layout. A highlight video will go back and pull video images based on search tools and other things you might want to find and create. It can create a highlight video of someone special or a recent vacation or things that you might be interested in. So you can start searching for places. So if I wanted to take a video of cooking here in, say, Los Alamitos, I don't think I have anything here, but we'll take a look. It's going to create a video. I'll allow it to get to photos. I don't know what will show up here, but it's actually gone through and found photos on my device and created a video of them by doing it. It's applied some music. It adds a little music to it. So if I want to save that, so it's very easy to create a photo collage if you want to. It might take several minutes to process it, but it'll show up here in your creations. Another tool is a cinematic photo. If I want to take this photo and make it into a cinematic photo, I can try and change it. Let's see how I do that. Select up to one photo and create. And it's going to turn this into a more cinematic view of it, and might turn it into a little short video. You see the building in the background is moving and it's kind of zooming in on me a little bit from the original photo. It's kind of an interesting effect that you can get from photos. And of course, I'm just tapping buttons here. You can create an animation. I haven't done that too much. So let's see if I can create an animation out of something here. If I can find this photo here of the dog again. And you basically are pulling several photos together and creating an animated story, if I remember. You can select up to 50 photos in your animation, and it'll basically create a little animated album like this for you automatically. So it really gives you the ability to create a slideshow very quickly. It's commonly called a carousel on social media. So if you want to create something very quickly with scrolling photos, you can. And then there's this remix function that gives you the ability to change a style of photo. So I have a couple of styles. Let's take the one I've got of me. I'm going to generate a remix of this. Just a remix, okay? So it's another way of portraying yourself. It changes the quality so you can see how it did it. Hey, it actually got the type right as well. It didn't get the institute right, but it got most of it. So that's one form of remix. We can take a look at another style like this one and see what happens with this style. And this is just a fun way to have play around with your photos and try different forms of editing, modifying, in addition to all the standard editing tools that it gives you. It gives you all of these really interesting options that you can try out and remix. So we can take a black and white one and try a remix of that and see what happens as well. So it's just a great option for trying different effects out on a photo without needing to be a photo editor, without needing to know anything about technology or other things, just tapping the buttons and giving you the tools to really do that. And that's the plus button that comes up when you work with Google Photos, and it gives you the ability to do these things: photo to video, remix, animation, building an animated video, slideshow, changing a photo into a cinematic photo, creating a highlight video from an adventure. Collages will pull up photos and organize them in an arrangement. And you can even go to make photo books and prints and more from Google Photos as well. They've just added a lot of features in here that have done a lot of things. When you tap Create, you'll typically get all of these options as well, and you'll get different choices. You can see the different forms of collages you can take for photos. You can see what the different remix styles look like if you want to, and the different highlight video formats. And of course, you've got Gemini built in. Gemini will help you whenever you ask Gemini for help and do things on it. You can see here's the videos, what I created today from just a search. It searched the photos for me, helped me find them. You'll see that there's a little AI sparkle here. If it's AI affected, you'll see that this is a movie that's been created with a video option as well. And again, you can always add things to your different albums and do this. Now, not all of these tools are available on the Google Photos on the web. Some of the AI tools are built into Google Photos on the app. I've done this with my iPhone, with Google Photos on my iPhone, just like I've done it with Google Photos on Android, and used it for a lot of these options and a lot of capabilities that I want to use. And you can always get back to your home screen whenever you want to and get out of Photos. You can change the layout if you're interested to day, month, or a more comfortable type of layout if you want to, and organize it that way. Just a great application. If you don't use Google Photos, give it a try because it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And you might find it just entertaining. You could entertain yourself for hours just trying to play around with photos and trying different things on that in many cases used to take much more elaborate and sophisticated photo editing tools to do things with. So thank everybody. We've done about a half an hour on Google Photos. It's a great time for me to wrap up.